What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into some major news coming out of Iraq that's got the entire investment community buzzing. We're talking about a shocking announcement regarding high-denomination Iraqi dinar notes, and what this could mean as we look ahead to 2026. You've probably seen the dramatic headlines. But what's the real story behind the speculation? Is this the moment everyone's been waiting for? Or is there something more complex going on? Let's break it down together. So, here's what we know. Iraqi financial authorities have officially confirmed they are planning structural changes to the high-denomination banknotes currently in circulation. We're talking about those large bills, like the 25,000 dinar note, that have been a staple of the Iraqi economy for years. These notes were originally introduced during a period of high inflation, but now, they're often seen as inefficient for everyday transactions, and they encourage a cash-heavy economy, which can be a real hurdle for modernization. According to officials, this isn't about creating chaos or some overnight shock to the system. The real goal here is modernization. Think about it. Iraq's economy has changed dramatically over the last decade. It's growing, it's evolving, and its monetary system needs to catch up to that new reality. This isn't just about printing new money. It's about aligning the currency with the country's forward momentum. One of the biggest drivers for this change is what economists call economic normalization. Large denomination notes are often a hallmark of unstable or recovering economies. By restructuring the currency and reducing reliance on these big bills, Iraq is sending a powerful message to the world. We are building a more stable, transparent, and internationally compatible financial system. So what does this mean for the average person in Iraq? Well, it could lead to simpler pricing in shops, make accounting and bookkeeping easier for families and small businesses, and ultimately, build greater confidence in the national currency. For businesses, both local and international, this move could significantly reduce the friction in transactions. It paves the way for more efficient digital payments and stronger integration with the modern banking system, which is a huge step forward. Naturally, this announcement has reignited a firestorm of speculation among dinar watchers and currency investors around the globe. The term you're hearing everywhere is RV, or revaluation. Many are connecting these planned changes to the long-held belief that the dinar is on the verge of a massive increase in value. But this is where we need to be extremely careful and separate fact from fiction. Iraqi officials have not announced an overnight revaluation. There has been no mention of a sudden windfall or a get-rich-quick scenario. Instead, what they have consistently emphasized is a gradual, controlled process. This is part of a much broader strategy of financial reform. We're talking about things like banking, digitization, strengthening anti-money laundering measures, and making sure Iraq's financial system is compliant with global standards. So, this isn't about a dramatic reset button. It's about building long-term credibility and trust in the Iraqi economy, brick by brick. It's also crucial to understand that changes to banknotes rarely happen in a vacuum. They are almost always part of a larger policy shift. For years, Iraq has been working closely with international institutions like the IMF and the World Bank. The goals have been clear: stabilize inflation, improve fiscal discipline, and strengthen the central bank. Updating the currency fits perfectly into this long-term strategy. It's a visible, tangible sign that the country is serious about reform. There's also a powerful psychological element at play here. A nation's currency is a symbol of its identity and its confidence. Think about the design, the feel, the way money works in your daily life. By reforming how currency looks and functions, a government can reinforce trust, both at home and on the international stage. It's a way of saying, we are moving forward, and our money reflects that. So, as we look toward 2026, what can we realistically expect? Most analysts agree that Iraq's primary focus will remain on stability, not shock and awe. Any changes to the dinar, whether it's deleting the zeros or introducing new notes, will likely be rolled out in carefully managed stages. There will be clear communication campaigns to prevent panic or misunderstanding among the public. This measured approach is absolutely essential in a country where cash is still king for so many everyday transactions. A sudden, poorly explained change could do more harm than good. For investors and observers, including many of you watching right now, the key takeaway is this: patience and perspective are your best friends. Real, sustainable currency reform is a marathon, not a sprint. It doesn't happen with a single announcement. It happens through consistent policy, real economic growth, and the strengthening of institutions. This recent news about high-denomination notes is an important piece of a very large and complex puzzle. But it's just one piece. In conclusion, the news from Iraq is definitely significant. But maybe not for the reasons you're seeing in those clickbait headlines. It doesn't signal instant riches or a lottery-style payout. Instead, it reflects a nation methodically and deliberately preparing its monetary system for a more prosperous and stable future. It shows a commitment to rejoining the global financial community as a credible and modern partner. For anyone following the Iraqi dinar, my advice remains the same. Focus on official statements from the Central Bank of Iraq. Pay attention to the country's underlying economic fundamentals, things like oil production, government budgets, and non-oil sector growth. Look at the long-term trends, not the short-term rumors or unrealistic expectations. The story of Iraq's currency is still being written, and 2026 may indeed mark an important new chapter. But it's a chapter in a long book, not the final page. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope this breakdown gave you a clearer picture of what's really happening. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our future updates. I'll see you in the next one.